Guru team, and welcome to another Advanced Loot Routes on my server, the White Cloud server. So here we are at Elektro. You can tell it's Elektro because we got this big hill, and we got the church and the hill, the church and the rise. Anyway, so I spawned out in this field, which is not uncommon. This is the kind of like northeast side. Feeling a bit cold, but there you go. And you can spawn in a whole bunch of places, but here we are. So we are just outside Elektro. There's a train spawn right here, which is pretty handy for us. So we're going to go and have a look at that in a minute. But I just want to talk about the plan for Elektro if you spawn in Elektro. You can spawn here and you can spawn down on the other side, and a bunch of other little places and things. But you can usually tell when you can see the dome-shaped hill, and you can see the church where you kind of roughly are. So what are we going to do? What do we want to do in Elektro? Elektro, actually, I mean, it's kind of it's arguably quite small for you know where it seems to appear on the coast. So it's quite a small little place. So there's not actually a vast amount in it. There is a police department. So what we're going to do is ooh, a hatchet. That's nice. What we're going to do is we are going to go to the police department. I've already got that. And we're going to have a look at the police department because we would like to get ourselves a good weapon like an SSG and or a shotgun, which will be perfectly acceptable. I don't need a construction light. No food. Food. Hat. Gloves. What's this? Round 76239s. I don't need them yet, so I'm not going to bother. Yeah, so police, check it out. Then we're going to go to water, which is not a million miles from police. Then we're going to go up to medical, and then honestly, that's about it. I'm going to pass houses along the way, and I'll stop into houses like I have for this one. I'll obviously need to go and check out that train spawn that's over here, and see what we get from there, which is perfectly fine. And yeah, I'll probably call you back in at medical or just after before we head out, because we'll be heading up the road and we'll be heading out to Kameta Camp, and then there's a Kameta roadblock, and then a few other places after that. But we'll talk about that later. As it is, I've got a train spawn to do, a police department, water, and medical, and I'll see you soon, shall I? Kura team. Well, as you can see, there's a bit of a storm. The rain's just passing. Right, so here we are. So we started off down there on the other side of the church, as you know, and we came up through the square, which is just down there, and the police department, which is just over there. And I forgot to mention, there is a fire department. There's a fire department just further along. Over there, and then up to the medical, which is, I can't quite see from here, but it's over there. That's it. And then we came up here and we had a little nosy around, and these houses up here have a whole bunch of fruit trees, which once again saved my life, which I do really enjoy fruit trees. So what have we got? Well, we got the full firefighter's kit, albeit it's not the black one, and it's not in particularly great condition. We picked up the Scorpion at police, and we have more than a few rounds for it. So we got a full mag in it, we got a full mag there, and we got a full box and another bit of a box because we picked up 2 boxes. So we've got lots of ammo in the Scorpion. We picked up the pump action shotgun, but we only have about 3 shots for that currently, which is not a vast amount. We picked up a large axe, which is fine. We'll use that for now. We got a chicken in the end. Did pick up 1 chicken, just 1 though. Didn't find any others, but sparse for chickens around these parts. So we did the bone hook and the bone knife because you never know. We picked up some alcoholic tincture, which is great. So I've got the alcoholic tincture and I've got the bandage, which is good. I can actually put that on my hat. Let's get it out of my inventory. And I picked up a belt, but I don't have anything to go on the belt. And I picked up some lovely Dago pink brand new running shoes, but we did pick up this, which is the combat backpack, which is very, very good. It is as good as the hunter's backpack. It is very low profile, but it holds 63. It is fantastic. Really do enjoy it. And we picked up in the little military tent down here at the square. So that's it. What didn't we get? Repair stuff. I don't have anything to repair my gear with, which is annoying because obviously my jacket is badly damaged and so on. So now that this is clearing a little bit, we'll be able to see where we are roughly going to be heading. We're going to head up there. We're going to head past the school. We're going to head up the valley to the Kometa camp. And then beyond Kometa camp is the Kometa roadblock. And then if you go straight up over the hill is Stroy. So I think what I'll do is, unless anything strange, startling, magical or tragical happens, I'll run over here, run through these houses, I'll run up to the camp, I'll do the camp, not expecting a lot of great stuff at the camp. Maybe a set of gloves would be nice, maybe something to repair my gear, or some hunting gear, hunting jacket, hunting pants, whatever. The roadblock will probably not have very much in it, so I'll pick you up again, probably at the top of the hill, just outside Stroy. Okay? Right, not too bad, but yeah, a bit disappointing. I mean, you know, good job that it does have police, fire, and medical, but overall, average, slightly less than average start, I guess. So anyway, I'll crack on with it. I'll see you soon, right? Well, welcome back. Here we are, little barn, little petrol station. And the sleepy little town of Stroy, which is just waking up. People are getting up and giving her cornflakes or whatever. And beyond that, up there, just near those trees, is a little military base, military camp, really, with some tents. Not that many tents. 2 tents, I think, maybe. But in Stroy is a church, which you can see. It's that little yellow building. And there is a police department, and immediately next to the police department is medical, and Stroy gets gassed. Just be aware of that. Wouldn't be the first time I've been in Stroy, and it's been gassed. So we'll be going up there to check that. Did we find anything good, marvelous, strange, magical, or tragical? Yeah, not really. I mean, good things and bad things, right? Pardon me. We got a vest. We got a field vest, which is, again, not in great condition. I don't have any repair gear. We did pick up some more ammo for the Scorpion, which is fantastic. And I picked up some gloves. They're not in great condition, so I'm going to hang on to them for now. In the vague hope that I can possibly find something to repair them with. But obviously you can see I have fish. Fishity fish, and I did have chicken, but I've eaten the chicken, I've eaten the fish, and in keeping with my modus operandi, I've been guzzling away on the food to try and ramp it all the way up. And what I probably also need to do is guzzle with the water. There's a water in Stroy, so I can top up. I can have a couple of tugs, but my stomach's full, so that'll be fine. Yeah, so what happened? There was a fishing rod in one of the camp cabins at Kometa, so I picked it up. It was night anytime, obviously night anyway. You can obviously see that dawn is breaking way over there in the east. So it was coming up nighttime, and I thought, you know what? I'm probably not going to do a lot of traveling, and now's a good time to consolidate some things. So I grabbed the fishing rod. I got some worms. I already had a hook, as you know. I did a spot of fishing. I got some gumboots, which I don't need gumboots. Wellington boots if you don't live in Australia, New Zealand, which is great. But I did get 2 fish, which are these suckers, and there's also a chicken spawns there as well. So I grabbed the chicken, and I went into the local house, and I cooked all that, dried the chicken, dried the fish, and roasted the chicken, and I've been chowing my way through the chicken and the fish to try and get my food levels up. As I've said to you before, for me, I just keep chowing down and drinking and chowing down and drinking and working my way through the stuff until both of them turn white, and then I know where I stand. Because what's the point in carrying it around, right? Get it in you, boy. Anyway, yeah. Repair gear. I need repair gear. Oh yeah, sorry, I got a BDU jacket. Down at the military roadblock just up from Kameda. I just couldn't be running couldn't be running around in that firefighter jacket any longer. Didn't have any pants though. They had 2 jackets but no pants. So we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. So hopefully we'll get through here. I could do with more shotgun stuff. I've only got 4, which is I'm quite surprised really. I thought I would have found more by now, but I haven't. So I'm gonna try police for some more shotgun shells. I probably honestly really don't need any more ammo for the Scorpion. I've got 20 and 20. Oh, and there was another mag full of ammo at the roadblock, so 35. And then I've got this, which is a total box, which is also 35. So I've got 70, what is that, 90 and 20, and I got 110 rounds. That should be enough for World War III. So I'm probably fine for rounds for that, but I could do with more shotgun and medical. Yeah, I mean, I could do with a blood bag, IV start kit, another bandage, maybe. Alcohol's fine. And over at military, we could do with definitely some better gear. And I need to check the houses out for some repair gear. Leather kit, in particular, should still look good. But also either the duct tape or the sewing kit. So I'm going to head off to Stroy, and I'm going to destroy an Stroy military camp. And then I will bring you back in when we're done. Right? I'll see you soon. Well, Kura team, here we are at Stroy. We're up at the top, at the house in the hill. So Stroy's down there. The petrol station that we were at is way down on the other side. You can't see past those trees. You've got the big farm building up here, barn, various other bits and pieces. I think down there in this field sometimes you get goat and things spawning. You can hear there's a chicken up behind me, which is good. There's some deer floating around in the woods somewhere, but over on the other side there's boar, and we picked up some boar. Man, did we pick up some boar! So we've stocked up with food, and we've stocked up with water, as you can see, and we're now firmly in the white on both of them. Went out and did the military. So we picked up this thing, which is the SK-5966. Ooh, it was an and an. I decided I had a truck ton more ammunition for the Scorpion, so I would keep the Scorpion for the close range kind of work, and I would keep the SK for the range work, which is pretty good because that's then when I got the bore, which is fine. So we're all fed up. I got a medical bag and an IV, so I've now got my blood bag sorted. I can get that on. I've got some spare ammo for the SK. It's fully loaded, and I've got a little bit of spare. And I picked up another knife at the military as well, obviously, and I picked up another bandage at medical, and that's honestly about it. To be fair, I mean, it was good. It's good. It's challenging. There's a lot of Zeds. There's 2 mummies down there. Don't know if you can see any. There's one somewhere on the hill, and there's one closer into medical. So you gotta dodge those mummies. You really do. And I had to go through every house to try and get repair gear. I got one sewing kit, and I've repaired some of my stuff. But not all of it, and I particularly need some leather for these shoes, although they're still in good condition, and I still haven't found a set of gloves, would you Adam and Eve it, but I do have a bandana, albeit that it is badly damaged, and of course I picked up the cowboy hat, because I couldn't say no. So we're sorted for food, we're sorted for water, which is good, because the next leg of our journey is a little bit more of a schlep, so we're going to follow this power line here. This power line is going to take us towards a little place called Guglovo, but we're going to hit the blue trail, and the blue trail will take us up to Nadezhda Camp. Oh, Nadezhda Camp, where I'm hoping to get some hunter's gear some a leather repair kit and a sewing kit, and maybe a pair of hunter's boots, maybe a set of gloves, so we can complete the transition. If they had a better rifle, like a 308 rifle, that would be good. Probably don't need anything close up. A crossbow? Crossbow? Anyone? So yeah, so there's some things to get, some things to get still. So this is Steroy. Um, the Steroid Medical is down there. I don't think you can see from here where the um, military is, but it's over there. It's over there, up behind that barn in those trees. I don't think we're going to get a clear view of the tents. There's actually more tents than I thought. There's 5 tents, which is not that bad. So it's no, it's up there. There it is. You can just see the tents sticking up just over there. So that's where the military is. Police department and medical are both, pardon me, down right next to each other, right there. Police is hidden in the trees, but you can see the top of medical. That's the church. We're going to head off this way to Googlevo and the Blue Trail and Nadezhda. And of course, I'll bring you in at Nadezhda. I'll see you soon. Right, here we are, Nadezhda. So, yeah, if you... This is Blue Trail, you see? Blue Trail. If you follow those power lines, like I said, and you hit the Blue Trail, just follow the Blue Trail all the way up, spit you out here at Nadezhda. I've already done Nadezhda. Oof, tents. Again, tents. Tents place. Zeds everywhere, 2 mummies. And the Zeds seem to like home in on you or something. Mummies not so much. I set one off, but they have a very short attention span. Anyway, night is falling. So how did we do? Well, we got Hunter's pants, but they're in dreadful condition. I didn't find anything to, pardon me, repair my stuff with. I found a cooking stove, which is awesome. And I did say, sorry, that I do have gloves. They're badly damaged. The texture keeps changing. They are actually badly damaged. I don't want to wear them until I get them repaired. So nothing. Bit of a bust. Night is falling. So I'm not going in there again. But we're going to head up the road to Stary Sabor. Stary Sabor is literally just straight up the road, a very, very, very short distance, and that is where we are heading to. And we are desperately going to be in need. These shoes are bearing up really well, actually. These running shoes. It says they're not suitable for difficult terrain, but they seem to be bearing up really well. Yeah, we definitely need to repair our gear, and we could. And that's it, really. Repairing of gear is my main thing. I don't know why I'm so cold. This is a medium insulation, and this is medium insulation. My hat is not great, to be fair. But I don't know. I'm wearing a bandana, so I don't know why it keeps telling me that I feel the cold. Although you will feel the cold at night, and it is getting dark, and it is very dark. So. I will say good night to you all, and I will go and do Stary Sabor, Stary Sabor, then Novi Sabor, Novi Sabor, then Stary Sabor. I'm going to do the Sabors in the military camp, and I will call you in when I've done the military camp, and we'll see how we're doing then, shall we? I'll see you then. Well, here I am. This is obviously Stary Sabor. It's Novi Sabor, then Stary Sabor, obviously, and we're in Stary Sabor, and it's storming again. It's been a lot of storms and various other bits and pieces. And oh man, am I disappointed? These shoes are still going, which is amazing. I picked up a hunter's jacket and I slightly repaired it, which is great. I slightly repaired my hunter's pants. I found 1 roll of duct tape to allow me to repair some things. So we've moved on from everything being badly damaged. I got a pair of working gloves that I managed to get to worn condition. And essentially that's about it. I've randomly picked up some varying uh, ammunition. So what have we got? This is tracer. I don't think I have any other tracers. Do I have? No, I don't. And this is 76254 tracers, which I'll explain about picking that up in a minute. And that's my regular. Didn't find a gas bottle for this thing, which is amazing. I'll talk about that in a sec. Um, I picked up a gun cleaning kit. I picked up some food and some Fanta and some more knives. Sorry, I'm a knife hoarder. In case you you didn't notice. And I picked up a can opener, and essentially that's more or less it. There's a couple of part Vikirs in there, and VSS, and as I've said before, maybe on a certain kind of a run through, maybe on a PvP run through. That might be the kind of thing that I do want to pick up. Maybe not the Vikir, but certainly the suppressed weapon. But I do find that the special ammo, the 939 ammo, is quite hard to come by and somewhat limits it. It's got to be really a specialist gun, and that's not really where we're going for this loot route. On this one, there are a couple of Mosins in the town, which take 76254s. But I don't have the ammo for them. I mean, I picked this up. I got 4 rounds. I got a full, and then I got 3, and then I got 2, 5. I mean, it's could arguably be much of a muchness, but it's much of a muchness, I think, for the weapon itself. I was kind of going to make a decision on based on finding an optic, but I didn't find an optic for either of these two weapons. So I've just kind of left it with this, which is a 10 shot, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Mosin's just a 5 shot. So that's it, really. And I picked up some odds and sods, you know, some pica, some canned pork, some bits and pieces and stuff. I'm still showing cold, which for the life of me I simply do not understand. I think it must be the shoes or something. Low insulation, those. Maybe it's just the hat. Maybe the hat itself, which is bad insulation, makes a dramatic change, to be fair, and I just wear this for silliness during these loot routes. So, you know, maybe don't wear the cowboy hat. Yeah, and that's it. Didn't find a leather kit, and don't have enough sewing kits, which is, as you know, if you're an experienced player, is DayZ. The minute you let it know you want something, it isn't going to let you get it. So I did every house in Novi Sabor. I did literally every house in Starry Sabor, and I literally found 1 roll of duct tape. 1 roll of duct tape. So there you go. So we're looking still probably marginally dangerous. We're looking slightly better. I mean, we've got food and things. We're trying to polish ourselves off. You know, we're a solid survivor. We could do with gas. We could do with a cooking pot. But we got plenty of food. We got a hatchet to make fires with. We got knives aplenty. We've got machetes and various other bits and pieces. I got rid of the big axe because it was just not working for me. I just prefer this combat knife is a 2-hit kill anyway, so it's pretty good, but it is badly damaged. The hunter's knife is a little bit better. The machete is probably about the same. It depends how you use it. So I'm happy with knives over big axes, to be fair. Although I do know that on occasion you can get a one shot kill with the large axe. So that's it. So where to from here? Well, where to from here is we're heading out that way, which is, if you believe me, it's more or less dead west. And over that way, more or less dead west, is Vybor Military Base, and beyond Vybor Military Base is obviously Northwest Airfield, and that will bring us into the last leg of our journey, and we'll see how we go from there. Shall we? Okay, well, I'll try and get warm, and hopefully maybe pick up a new pair of boots at Vybor, and I'll bring you in at Vybor. See you soon. Right, good team, welcome back. Here we are at Vybor, as you can see. And how are we doing? Well, we're doing dreadfully, to be blunt. we've had a real fist of it with these Zeds down here. They have really proven to be a challenge. They have ruined my vest. They have ruined my jacket. They have ruined my. Oh no, they haven't ruined my pants. And they have not ruined my backpack. But they really, I got hit a couple of times, and these things were not in great condition already because I was unable to find any repair kits. I still haven't found any repair kits or duct tape here, so they are now both ruined. There is no jackets and no vests at Vibor, so I can't replace them with anything. So that's a bit of a bind, but we're about to head off to NWAF, so hopefully there'll be more stuff there. We did get a set of boots, a new set of boots, a set of jungle boots, which is great. And we got some combat gloves in pristine condition, which is great. But we also didn't pick up any better weaponry, to be fair. The main issue being mags. So there's a couple of guns in there, but no mags. And I've been hoarding up on some ammo because there is a possibility, perhaps, when we get to NWAF, that I may need some of this ammunition type. So what I've been doing is hoarding up on some of these ammo types, and they may come in handy later. I don't need that. I also picked up this, which is a DMR mag, which has 16 rounds in it, which is jolly good, because if we do pick up a DMR, then we're going to feel super happy about having had that. And we picked up some tactical bacon, and we picked up some more food off a DayZ and a battery off a DayZ. We have picked up the night vision goggles head strap, but there are no night vision goggles here. But once again, I'm fairly certain we will run across something at NWAF. I need to top up with water, which I'm not going to get at NWAF. I'll probably be fine. I'll have a think about that. No gas canisters, any of those other things. So, took a bit of a pounding, to be fair. Took a bit of a pounding here. This one will go down in the history books as not one of the best experiences at Vibor, but hey, that's the point. This is the advanced server, and the thing about the advanced server is there are a lot of Zs up here, and as you know from any military base, if you set one Z off, you set off a whole bunch of them, and they do come running. And I have avoided using the gun. I could just use the gun, I suppose, but the minute you use the gun, then you're going to get like 35 of the suckers, and I don't want 35 of the suckers, really. Better to deal with 5 or 6 or 7 at a time than it is to deal with 27 at a time, which, you know, literally could happen out here. There is a lot of Zs. So, anyway, there we are, and where are we? If we stand up, Northwest Airfield is over there. There's the tower. So, yeah, so that's where we're headed, NWAF. So, NWAF... we're going to need a new vest. We're going to need a new jacket, hopefully a field jacket. We're going to need to repair our pants. And I could really do with a larger scale military rifle if we can possibly get one. And a solid amount of ammo. But other than that, I mean, we are carrying more food than we're ever going to need. And we need the night vision goggles. But that's about it. Could do with a gas canister and a cooking stove, but I do not think I'm going to find those at NWAF. So right, I'm going to crack on to NWAF, and I'll do as I've done before, which is I'll bring you in when I am at the very tippity top, and we'll see how we fare before the final roundup. So I will see you all very soon. Well, hello again, and welcome to the top of NWAF. Woof, that was testy. Just this last little bit was a bit of a hill to climb, as you can see by my HUD in the bottom right. Had to make use of the CR61. Oh, look, I got a VS89. So it's not the DMR, to be sure. It's the latest bolt action sniper rifle to come out, which is fine, you know. And I've got good reticule on it, which is fine. So Yeah, look, I've used it against Zeds and it's all right. I know people say it's not as good as the DMR, but then what is? So that's okay. I've took a bit of a bit of a pounding again. I've had to change jackets a couple of times. My pants have held on in there. I still haven't found any repair kits. I'm still doing okay. I still got my bag. I still got my hat. Still got my bandana. I still got my night vision goggles, and so on and so forth. And really, we didn't get anything else other than that. So the weapon and some ammo. And I'm carrying around a spare pair of pants because I'm thinking that these hunter's pants are going to get trashed at some point. We never got a gas bottle, so I may as well ditch that. We picked up a few knives, swapped a few knives, went through a few knives, etc., etc. I have been using the SK bayonet as a melee weapon, which is fine. Not quite as good as the combat knife, but that's fine. I did scavenge and scrounge and pick up a lot of 308s in the vague hope that we would pick up a DMR, including a box, but we didn't, so we didn't need it. We still got a box of ammo for the Scorpion. We've got a box of ammo for the VS-89. Got some spare ammo loose for the VS-89. Picked up some tats, picked up some bandages, picked up a DMR mag because, I was vaguely hoping we would find one. Picked up a compass, picked up some tactical bacon, picked up a suppressor for the CR61, and that's it. Really, I really can't believe that I didn't find anything to repair my stuff with, which is a heck of a surprise. But there you go. And picked up a bottle as well. Picked up a water bottle. Um, we've been guzzling our way through water and down by the crash plane spawns. You get a whole load of cans of cola and various other bits and pieces. So we picked up a whole load of cans and rehydrated with that. Yeah, that's it really. So that was NWAF. What's in NWAF? Well, the funny thing is, after me saying, from Starry Sabor, I didn't want anything with the 939s, NWAF is loaded with 939 ammo. So, if I'd picked up like a VSS or Nesval or a Vakir even, I would have had tons of ammo to use on it. So, I mean, I guess there's a lesson in there for you somewhere, maybe. Bring it along, because you never know, I guess. I mean, you run the risk of hoarding then, so it's up to you. I mean, you could say, if I wasn't following this loot route through, grab the ammo and then head back. Because it's not that far to go back to Starry Sabor. I mean, it's a bit of a journey, but it's not that far to go back. Of course, on a busy server, there's no guarantee it would be there when you got there. So, anyway, maybe you could pick it all up and head on up to Tizzy, which is up there somewhere. So, you could do that. I'm not doing that, but you could do that. So, yeah. We're going down there somewhere. Down there somewhere is police department, just on the main square. So we're going to go down to the main square and we'll wrap it up from there. I'll see you in a sec. Alright, Kira, well, here we are right on the very, very tippity top of Novaya Petrovka Police Station or Police Department. Ready to go to Tizzy, I suppose. And how did we do? Well, Mark's at a 10.5, I suppose. They said the amount of damage that had been done to our gear. I mean, really, we're going to have to spend a bit of time running around. There's quite a lot of places in here surely must have something to repair my gear with, but that seems to have been the story ever since the get-go, is the inability to get our gear repaired, which has been a bit hampering, to be fair. That said, we got a good sniper rifle, so it's bolt action, so that's fine. We got a bolt action sniper rifle, which is great. That'll deal with the distance stuff. Want to hunt, take down players, shoot cows, whatever. We've got this thing which we've kept since the beginning. Yeah, look, I could have replaced it with an SMG of some description at either either of the military camps that we went to, which is really at Starry and Vybor and NWAF. Could have really replaced it, but it chose not to. Yeah, it's a good thing, bad thing. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you, really. It's close range. It'll do. It'll do for now. It's got a suppressor on it. It's not the end of the world. You got the NVG, which is great. So that's good for us to truck on through the night. We got gloves. We got boots. We got a good scope. And we got some ammo, we got plenty of food, we got batteries for the night vision stuff, we got some medical supplies, we're running low, we took a bit of a pounding at NWAF, so we need a bit of a top up. We've got some relatively good melee weapons to keep the Zeds at bay. We've got our medical, we have our blood bag, we have some tets that we picked up along the way, probably enough, 5 to cure most things if they were to come up, and we've got some spare weaponry and some more ammo, and we can just top up with water. So yeah, I mean, a bit of a bit of a harder one. This one was a bit of a challenge, and I'm not gonna lie, and and a real challenge to get some good usable gear. So there you go. That's been a bit of an issue with this one. And where did we start off? Well, we started off just outside Elektra when we went and did the train spawn. We went and did police. We got water. We did the fire department. We did medical. We then went up the road to Kameta Camp, where we did a spot of night fishing and got ourselves some food. We then went on to Kameta Roadblock. We then went from Kameta Roadblock over to Steroy and the Steroy military camp, and then from Steroy we went across country, across the Blue Trail until we got to Nadezhda, which is always fun, and that was even more fun, double mummies, etc. We did get some good hunting gear there. We then went on to Novi Sobor and then Stary Sobor, and we did Stary Sobor military camp. And we then went across country, which is not that far actually, to Vybor military camp, NWAF, and finally down here. So there you go. It's yeah. I mean, there's always, as we've said before with some of these, there's some key military camps that you really want to hit on the server, and you probably want to plan your loot routes to get those in. So sort of anything from sort of Berezino round really is you're probably going to start heading towards the same kind of camps. And the Svetla one might be a little bit different, but you know, let's talk about those loot routes when we get there, and then we can compare and contrast. So there you go. I do hope you have liked this one. Please drop a like. Please subscribe to the channel. It is helping immensely, and my numbers are growing, and I'm getting lots of great comments. Which reminds me, please feel free to comment, and remember, it is okay to disagree. And I'll see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.
PlayStation